So good afternoon, and we started our second lessons. I maybe use our courses in distance platform of Moodle. It is our course International Logistics Systems. We can use it. 1 minute. And today we have practical lessons number 2. I connect their home task, your photo of your disciplines, and for example, if you do in Word, in Microsoft Excel, and other electronic resource, you can to put it here, or send me on Viber, Telegram, or email. It is all is okay. All this ways of communication with me and with us also. So practical lessons number 2, we was to do it today. I open and we can to see it. Maybe we do such, or maybe more also can to do. Yes, oh, it is good. So in your papers, for example, if you use some papers, yes, or in your electronic documents, when you do your decided today, please write your name. Because when you send me a photo, I can't understand sometimes who do it. So write your name, your variant, we to do it today also. And write, please, it is practical lessons number 2. And our terms today, it is determination of the required number of vessels. Today we will talking about vessels. It is river transport, it is sea transport, the ways of decycling different information about it is very possible, so we use it today. Please write the terms of our lessons today. Determination of the required number of vessels. So when you write it, we use this information. It is from our methodical recommendations and it is useful information for us. The determinant of number of vessels of the same time for transportation of a given volume of cargo during the navigation period using the data of table 1.2. So we use this information for our variants and for sea and river transport, it is very important some navigation periods because not all years this transport can be useful. More river transport we use from April or March, for example, to October, November. It is different for different countries because we have different temperature, different weather in these countries. For Ukraine, for example, it was from March to November. So it is a navigation period when we can use river transport. If we say about sea transport, navigation period is more, but it is different for different countries, so we need to see when is the temperature, what is the weather, and can we use sea transport or not, for example, yes. So it is very important information and we use it in our decided today. For this moment, I propose you to use our information about sea transport. It is very important about deadline, what it is and how we can to see it. We have such URL in our lessons number 2. Use it. Open. And we can see the sea transport. It is vessels. Maybe we can do it more. And we can see such red line on the board of vessels. Red line is underwater. It is okay when such a red line, it is has name deadline. We use it, of course, in our task today. And this red line can be underwater or on the river of water. Because if water was under red line, it is not good. It is very heavy cargo on our sea transport. We can see another pictures, for example, with tanks, and we also see that red line on the board of vessels is underwater. It is okay, so we use a good weight of our cargo. Also, we can see such, for example, yes, when our vessels not in water and can see that all under no near part of vessels is red. For example, it is also okay. We can use a different color, but more often it is red line on the board. Also, we can see different types of vessels. For example, it is container ship, it is bulkers, it is oil tankers, for example, and the color can be different. For example, yes, it can be red, it can be black, but some lines we can and we see it. Excuse me 1 minute. So we can see that the colors of the line can be different, but more often it is red color, and this line was underwater or on the river of water. No, maybe it is such picture that can help to help you to understand what it means. So we do our task number 2 today. Maybe 200, it is okay. The first formulas, what we do today, we remember that we don't write all information, only you decided, okay? So the first formulas, what we do today to determination of the required number of vessels, it is our task for our lessons number 2. We use formula number 9. It is not first formula, so we use number 9. Open it and write in your paper or in your documents D with a special index N. Right, please. Who can do work with us online today? Is equal to D. We don't write these formulas. We, of course, use what it means and how it in kilometers, for example, days or tons. D with index n, it is what it means. Find it. It is more not near these formulas. D with index n, it is net carrying capacity of the wheels. We use such parameters as ton. So the result was in tons. Okay. Find the next information, D, what it means. Find it under our formulas number 9. We can read that it is vessels carrying capacity or dead weight. Dead weight and also it in tons. So find it in our table 1.2. Maybe we use near it. Oh, okay, it was more. Okay, find there in our table such parameters as D. Oh, yes, it is okay. We can find it. I rewrite every parameters today. Yes, it's faster to find it, and I think it is more useful. Third parameters from up of our table, it is dead weight or carrying capacity of the vessels in tons, and it is parameter D. Our variant we find in our groups. If you first in your groups, you have variant first. If you second in the list of your group, you have variant 2. And to variant 10, I remember that we have 10 students in our group, so we use first 10 variants. If you have variant 1, for example, it is G was 5,000 ton. So we write 5,000 ton. If you have variant 2, for example, you also use the same, the same parameters. If you have third variants, you have 3,000 ton. Okay. Subtracted, find our 9 formulas, subtracted or minus, and we use such parameter as Q with index st. What it means? Find it. It is weight of stocks on board the vessels. What it can be? It is foods, water, provisions, etc., and something else, for example. Also in tons, and we can to find it in our table 1.2. Find it ship stocks. We can find it is first, second, third, fourth line from up of our table. It is ship stocks in tons also Q with index st. For example, if you have first variant, it is 400 tons. Right, please. And write is equal to, and decided it. For your variant, the result was in ton, also in ton. Okay. Our next formulas. If you have some question, please ask me or write in our chat, please, that we can to do together. Okay. The next our forms is the forms number 3. It is not useful, but I use the same information as we have. It is methodicals. Number 3, our formulas, it is T with index O. It is duration of operation of the vessels in days. So we write is equal to 365 days in a year. We have it is information and now it minus or subtracted, and use such parameters as T with index OS. What it means? It is duration of being out of operation in days also. So we can to find it in our tables, T with index OS. Find it, it is third parameters in near part of our tables. It is duration of being out of operation days, T with index OS. If you have first variance, it is 95. If you have second variance, it is 100 and else. Please find your means and is right is equal to and decide it. This parameters is in days. How many days? Okay. Our next formulas is formula number H. Find it. It is T with index M. It means that T with index M is duration of the vessel stay in motions for the period, also in days. So we write T with index M is equal to our T with index O. operation time we have. Yes, it is the result of our three formulas. We do it this moment. Minus or subtracted such parameters as t with index s. It is time that the vessel stand idle in ports in the roadstead and during cargo operation, also in days, and we can find it in our table 1.2. So find it. It is the second parameters from near part of our tables. It is idle time days, t with index s. For example, if you have first variance, it is 111. If you have second variance, it is 116. No, and other is equal to, and the result is also in days. Okay, we do it. Our next formula is formula number 7. Find it. Formula number 7, it is E with index R. It means that E with index R, it is running time factor. It is no some tones or days. It is without anything parameters because it is as coefficient. So we used it. Write E, formula number 7. E with index R is equal to, yes, and use the result of our formulas H. We do it. Does it already? Yes. And divided by our T with index or operational time. We also decided it in formulas 3. And is equal to, and decided please. The result don't have any parameters. It is as coefficient. Okay. Our next formula is formula number 6. If we do very fast for you, please ask me about it. If all is okay, to do the next our formulas. It is formula number 6, and it is such parameter as alpha with index L. Find what it means. It is vessel's loading factor. It is also as a coefficient and any difference wells know. So we write alpha with index L is equal to such parameters as Q with index V. What it means? It is the volume of cargo transported per voyage, per one voyage. Okay, or per one trip, for example, we also use such a translation. We can to find it in our table 1.2. Okay, find it. Q with index V. It is our third parameters from near part of our tables, Q with index V. And for example, if you have first variance, it is 400 tons. If you have second variance, it is also 400 tons. For third variance, it is 1,000 tons. Okay. And the second part of our formulas, it is divided by, right, divided by d with index n. We decided it already in our formulas 9. So find it in your list or in your documents, how many it is for you, for your variant. And is equal to, decided it, And we remember that it is any parameters because it is as coefficient. Mhm. Okay. Our next formula, it is formulas number 5. So find it on this list. We decided how much is the operational speed of the vessels. It is in such parameters as miles on day. Because vessels transport not in hours, we use such parameters as days. So we write V with index O, it is operational speed, is equal to such parameters as L. We find what it means in our formulas. Maybe 1. Yes, it is transportation distance in miles. Find it in our table 1.2. It is second parameter, transportation distance in miles. So if you have first variance, it is 2000 miles. If you have second variance, it is 2100 miles. No, and other parameters. So we look for your variant. So, excuse me, we find such parameters as L for your variance and other our parameters. It is in formulas 5. It is such parameters as G with index V. It is sailing time of the vessel per voyage in days. So find it in our tables 1.2. It is such parameters as T with index V. Find it. It is the last parameters in our tables. We can see that it is sailing time of the vessels during the voyage in days. If you have first variance, it is 10 days. If you have second variance, it is also 10 days. For third variance, it is 11 days. So right is equal to, and decided. The results was in miles 2 days. We can see here that V with index O, it is miles on day. How many miles on day we can do on our vessel's transport? Okay. Our next formula is formula number 4. We can see it on this our list. It is vessel's utilization rate. What it means? We write M, it is vessel's utilization rate, such parameters as M, is equal to, and use our parameters alpha with index L. We decided in formula 6. Find it on for your variant, please. Multiply by such parameters as E with index R, it is running time factors. We also decided it in formula 7. Find it for your variant. Yeah. Formulas number 7. And multiply by third parameters V with index O, it is our operational speed. We decided it a few minutes ago. It is formulas 5. Okay, is equal to, and the results was haven't any parameters because it is also as coefficient. So decided. And we have 2 formulas to finish our task today. So I think that we can do training our lections materials today and do this task number 2. Okay, decided. And the next our formulas is formula number 2. We open it. Formula number 2, it is ship's productivity per year, and we write R, such parameter as R, it is is ship's productivity per years. R is equal to such parameters as M, we decided it a few minutes ago, it is vessel's utilization rate, multiply by such parameters as D with index N, it is our formula 7, we decided it. Excuse me, formulas number 9. We decided it here. It is our first formulas today. G with index N. And our second formula, it is also third parameters, T with index O. It is now operational time for vessels during the year. It is a result of our formula 3. Right is equal to, decided it. And the result was in tons on day. How many tons on day we can transportation by our vessels? Okay. And our last formulas on today, it is formulas number first, number 1. Such parameters as n, it is the calculation how many vessels we need to transportation our cargo on distance L. So write n is equal to and in numerator, we use such parameters as Q. Q, it is volume of transportation, tons on the year. So find it on our table 1.2. Open table. And it is first parameters in our table, volume of transportation, but be careful because these parameters here was done in 1,000 tons per year. We need to use tons, so we become free zero to our parameters. For example, if you have first variance, it is 300,000 tons per year. If you have second variant, it is 520,000 per year. So add 30 for your parameters on your variants, please. Okay, multiply by our second parameters. Find our formulas number 1. Such parameters as L, it is transportation distance in mile. We use it today and find in our table 1.2. So find again. It is transportation distance. It is second parameters of our tables in mile. So we use, if we have first variant, for example, 2,000, excuse me, 2,000 miles. If you have other variant, use your parameters. Yes, and then next last parameters in denominator. In denominator, we can see it is such parameters as R. It is ship's performance during the navigation period, ton on meals and on year. So we can find it also in as a result of our formula number 2. we decided it already, so find please for your variance how many tons on meals on the year we have by your variant. So write is equal to and find how many vessels we need. The results we need to round up the numbers of vessels, so we use to round up in a large directions. Because if we have the result, for example, 1.3 vessels, so we need two vessels, yes? Because we can't, one vessel, it is not enough for us. If we have, for example, 2.1, for example, vessels, yes, we also round up in higher, larger direction. So we need three vessels, for example. Please do it for your variants and write the result to round in a larger direction, please. Era and write the answer, how many number of vessels we need. So we can write, we need, for example, 3 vessels, or we need, for example, 5 vessels, or how many you have on your decided. Okay, we do all we need today. So maybe I stopped our demonstration on this morning moment. Okay. It is all, and maybe stop our decided